Peter, I want a divorce. I can't cope with this poverty anymore.
Please, Monica, don't go. Things will get better, I promise.
Please don't leave us. I'm leaving. I found a rich man.
She abandoned her poor husband and little daughter to be with a rich man, unaware her husband won a billion-dollar contract that would change everything. Monica was a very beautiful young woman who loved money more than anything else in the world, and everyone in her town knew it. If a man tried to talk to her without looking rich, she would laugh at him, insult him, and walk away like he was nothing. To Monica, love without money was useless, and she believed a poor man had nothing to offer her. Luckily for her, she met a rich and kind man named Peter, and he fell deeply in love with her from the very first day he saw her. Peter was not just rich, he was also gentle, caring, and always ready to make Monica happy. He gave her everything she wanted without asking questions, and Monica enjoyed a life of comfort without stress. She never worried about food, clothes, or bills because Peter handled everything. Monica also showed Peter love, but her love was not real because it came from the money he spent on her. Peter did not know this, and he believed he had found a woman who truly loved him. After some time, they got married, and their home was filled with joy and laughter. Soon, Monica gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and they named her Rose. That day was the happiest day of Peter's life, and he promised to always take care of his wife and daughter. He worked harder to make sure they lacked nothing, and Monica continued living like a queen. Everything seemed perfect until one day when trouble came suddenly. Peter was accused of stealing money from his company, and without proper investigation, all his accounts were frozen. His money was gone, his reputation was damaged, and his life changed overnight. When Monica heard this, she was not worried about Peter or his pain. Instead, she became angry because she was thinking about her lifestyle. She could not imagine living without luxury, and she started asking herself how she would survive without money. From that moment, love disappeared from her heart, and her behavior toward Peter changed completely. After Peter lost everything, life became very hard in the house, and Monica could not handle the change. The woman who once lived like a queen now had to manage a simple life, and it made her angry every single day. Instead of supporting her husband, she turned the house into a place of pain and suffering. Monica started insulting Peter at every opportunity, calling him useless and a failure who could not take care of his family. She would shout at him even in front of their little daughter Rose, who was too young to understand why her mother was always angry. The love and peace that once filled the house disappeared completely. Peter tried his best to stay calm because he still loved his wife and wanted to keep his family together. He began doing small jobs just to provide food for them, even though the money was not enough. Every day he struggled, hoping things would get better, but Monica only became worse. She started going out often and coming back late at night without caring about her husband or her child. When Peter tried to ask him questions, she would insult him and sometimes even push him away. Monica no longer respected him because he was no longer rich. Soon, she began seeing different men who gave her money, and she stopped taking care of her daughter. There were days when little Rose stayed hungry because her mother was not around to feed her. Peter would come back tired from work and still try to care for his child. One day, Monica made a decision that shocked everyone. She told Peter she was tired of suffering and wanted a divorce. She said she had found a rich man who could give her the life she deserved. Peter begged her with tears in his eyes, and little Rose held her mother's legs, crying and calling her not to go. But Monica's heart had turned cold, and she pushed them away, packed her bags, laughed at their pain, and walked out of their lives without looking back. That day, Peter was left alone with his little daughter, and his real struggle began. After Monica left, life became even harder for Peter, but he refused to give up because of his daughter Rose. Every day he worked different small jobs just to make sure she had something to eat and a place to sleep. Even when he was tired, he still found strength because Rose always smiled at him and told him everything would be okay. Little Rose was very kind and wise for her age, and she always prayed for her father, asking God to help him and change their situation. Her words gave Peter hope, and he continued to believe that one day things would get better. Years passed, and one day something unexpected happened. Peter received a call from his former company, and they told him that he had been cleared of all accusations. They discovered that the theft case was a mistake, and Peter was completely innocent. Not only did they apologize, but they also rewarded him for his patience and hard work. He was promoted to a higher position and given a contract worth billions of dollars. Suddenly, Peter's life changed again, and he became richer than he had ever been before. His name became popular in the city, and people respected him once more. He also found love again with a kind woman who truly cared about him and his daughter. This woman treated Rose with love and became a real mother to her. Meanwhile, Monica was not enjoying her life. The rich man she left Peter for turned out to be a cheat who moved from one woman to another. He never loved Monica and only used her for his own pleasure. One day, Monica discovered that he was already married, and when she confronted him, he shouted at her and told her to leave. Right in front of her, he brought other women into the house and treated her like she was nothing. Monica had nowhere to go, so she stayed, suffering in silence, feeling shame and regret for everything she had done. One day, while sitting in sadness, Monica saw something on television that changed her emotions instantly. She saw Peter being celebrated as the new manager of a big company, and she heard about the huge contract he had received. Her eyes widened with shock, and suddenly she became happy. Monica quickly told herself that God had answered her prayers, forgetting all the pain she caused. She packed her bags, insulted the man she was living with, and left happily, believing she could return to Peter and enjoy his wealth again. After searching, she finally found Peter's new house in a rich and beautiful area. As she stood at the big gate, she saw Peter driving in with his daughter Rose, who had now grown into a young girl. Immediately, Monica ran forward, knelt down, and started begging for forgiveness. She cried loudly and told them she left because she wanted to make money for the family. She called Rose her daughter, hoping to win their hearts again. But Rose frowned and looked at her with pain in her eyes. She told Monica that she was no longer her mother, because a real mother does not abandon her child. She said she now had a new mother who loved and cared for her when she needed it the most. Peter remained silent for a moment, then gave a simple order to the security guards. He told them to take Monica out and never allow her into the compound again. Monica was dragged out, crying and begging, but it was too late. She had lost everything because of her greed and selfish choices. Inside the house, Peter, Rose, and his new wife continued their peaceful life, filled with love and happiness, while Monica was left outside with regret as her only companion. This story teaches that true love is not about money. If you love someone only because of what they have, that love will fail when hard times come. Greed can make you lose everything. Monica had a happy home but lost it because she always wanted more. Hard times show who truly cares. Peter stayed strong and was rewarded, while Monica abandoned him and later regretted it. Never leave good people because of money. You may never get them back. Thank you for listening to this story. If you reached this point, kindly drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us which country you are watching from. Please stay connected to this channel for more deep, powerful, and unforgettable stories coming your way. See you in the next one!